Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the non-calculator questions that were set for you. So look now. So there we go. Right, question 9. Right, so for question 9, get a pen. Right, question 9, we've got, write the number 5662 correct to the nearest 10. So if I do a similar one to the sides, if I say we've got the number 6884, and I want that to the nearest 10, I underline the number in the tens column, which is 8. I draw a dotted line. The 4 tells the 8 to stay as it is, so I have 688, and then there's a 0. After the dotted line, always a 0. To the nearest hundreds, we get underline the 8, because that's in the hundreds column, dotted line, but the 8 tells us to round up. So we end up with 6, 9, and then 2 zeros. So have a go at A and B now on Maths Watch. Pause the video now, and when you're ready to see the answer, so if you're stuck, if it's not giving you the right answer, just press play. So for A, we should have 5660. B, we should have 5700. Okay, number 14. We want to write the first 4 terms of this sequence. Start at 3 and add 4. Let's imagine I had the sequence start at 6, add 3. So if I had that, I would need to put 6 as my first number, and then add 3 every time. So I would get 9, 12, and then 15. So pause the video now, have a go at the question 14. When you're ready for the answer, press play. So here's the answer, 3, 7, 11, and then you would have 15, because we're just adding 4 every time. Right, what have we got next? So next we want to look at number 16. So this is very similar actually. You would put 7 to start with, and we're taking away 3 to give 4. Then you would get 1, and then it gets a bit trickier. Now you're getting into the negative numbers. So if you are at number 1, if you take away 3, we get 0, minus 1, minus 2. So we're at minus 2. Okay? Right, number 22. We want to simplify, so I'm just going to put a line here. So I'm going to imagine a similar question to A. Imagine I've got 42Q, take away 5Q. Well, what I would need to do, because the letters are the same, I'm just going to take away the numbers and then put Q afterwards. So 42 take away 5, 41, 43, 90, 87. I've got 37Q. And then for the second one, well, if I imagine I've got, say, 10xy, take away 5xy, plus, I'm going to say, 3xy. What I would do first is 10xy take away 5xy, which is 5xy. And then I've got the 3xy to add on. And I just think of xy as one letter, so I end up with 8xy. So have a go at question 22, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Here's the answer. 23 take away 7. That first 2, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18, 7, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. I got 16p. 3ab take away 9ab is minus 6ab. And then I'm adding 7ab. So minus 6 plus 7 is just positive 1. Right? If you think about a number line, if you're at minus 6, you add 7, you get to 1. So that's just 1ab, which we would just call ab. So now let's look at 26. 26 is solving the equation. So what I'm going to do is imagine a similar one. So let's say I've got 7x plus 5 equals 19. To solve this equation, firstly, I need to take the plus 5 over to the right, which will make it a minus 5. So I get 7x equals 19 take away 5, which is 14. Now, 7x is really 7 times x. So to get x on its own, I need to divide by 7. Right, I bring the 7 down to the other side. It becomes a divide. X equals 14 divided by 7, which is just 2. So I end up with x equals 2 as my answer. So have a go at the question 26 now, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Here is the answer. So it's also x equals 2. Right, so question 41. To do these with index notation, it just means powers. So 2 times 2 times 2 is going to be 2 cubed. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 3, and because there are 5 3's, it's 3 to the 5. Then we have 4 cubed times 5 squared, and we just leave it like that because the big numbers are different. Then we have 9, how many 9's have we got? 4 9's, all times together, 9 to the 4, times 7 squared. And then for 42, well, you've got 3 squared times 3 squared, which is really 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is going to be 3 to the power 4. 7 times 7 to the 4 is 7 to the power 5, because you've got 5 sevens being times together. For C, it's a bit harder. You've got 10 to the 9 divided by 10 to the 7. So what we have is 10 to the 9 take away 7, because when you divide and the big numbers are the same, the base numbers are the same, you take away the powers, so we get 10 squared. Then for D, you've got 5 to the 8 divided by 5 to the 1. That's just 5 to the 7, because you take away the powers.